Hi, I'm Bob Trupp, physical therapist.
Brad Hannick, physical
And
therapist.
together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Oh, in our opinion, of course.
Brad, today we're going to talk about the Rock and Roll Stepper. It's by Body Express. It's a Tony Little design. I want everybody to take a good look at it.
Yeah.
Is that good, Nancy? Can you see it? Am I too close?
A little bit.
How about that?
Okay, turn it up.
Turn it up.
Turn it so we
The
can see the
volume.
pedal.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go, Bob.
Oh, like Vanna White.
That's the exercise you do with it? You
Yeah.
lift it.
Which, by the way, it is 13 pounds, which isn't terrible. I mean, you can definitely lift it around, but if you're elderly, again, it may give you a little bit of trouble.
Sure.
The weight limit on here is 250. Brad, are we okay with you?
Yeah, I'm
right.
making it, yep.
Let's get on.
250-pound maximum they recommend, huh?
All right, you want to show?
Yeah.
You're going to be the rock and roller?
Sure. No, the way they recommend to get that on this, Bob, is so 1 foot at a time, right? Get it
Compress it
down.
all the way down.
And you're going to need some balance skills with this. If you have some issues with balance, you may want to have to hold on to something, a chair. There you go.
It'll probably be a high chair, though, because...
Yeah, this is a little low, but
right.
I did get my fingertips on there. You know, I was thinking you could, like some people use those walking sticks to walk with.
Sure.
You had some of those, you could use that for balance. And this would be a good thing if you were rehabbing. I could use this. My daughter sprained her ankle, we talked about that. This would be good for that as well. So there's a lot of different options. And, you know, the first time I got on this, I thought, this is kind of nice. And after I worked on it for a little bit longer, my quadriceps start to burn a little bit, so it's working those.
And they tell you to start off slow with it, especially if your legs aren't accustomed to something like this or you have low fitness. You know, you can work up to, I don't know why their recommendation is 15 minutes, because generally they want you to go 15, 20 minutes for cardio. My wife likes this. She actually, I told her to bring it today. She goes, well, you're bringing it back, right? What she likes to do, Brad, is just throughout the day, you know, she's got home, she's doing some work, she'll jump on it, and she'll do 50 reps, get off, go do something else. You know, she just likes to kind of wakes her up and it gives her a little fitness. And, but she does some twisting while she's on it.
Well, yeah.
She's
a woman. She can do that.
And then you can do other things. Let's talk about a few things that complaints, which I think are fairly minor. First off, you do have to use this on carpet. You cannot use this on a regular floor. It will not work.
It slides?
It slides. Yeah.
Okay. Even though on the bottom here, I noticed there's some rubber contact there, but that's not enough. It's still
not enough.
Does it make any marks on your floor?
I didn't try it on the floor.
Oh.
I'll tell you, just don't even.
Not
to try it on the floor. Even a rug, it's going to probably bunch up the rug, because I have a rug on top of our carpet, and it bunched up that rug.
Sure, like a throw rug?
Yeah. And the other thing is, I did hear it squeak once in a while, and some other people have complained that it squeaked, but now it doesn't anymore.
Yeah, well...
I don't know that that's a big enough complaint. It was not a real loud squeak either. It was just a random squeak.
I think if you had an oiler with a long nozzle, you could probably maybe hit all the friction points and get that.
But the thing probably the biggest complaint is that it moves. So if you're on it, like when my wife uses it, for some reason it drifts to the right. I use it sometimes, it drifts to the left. Other people, it drifts forward. So if you're watching TV, after a while, you got to get up and pick it up and restart all over again.
Right.
Not a huge thing, but and Brad, you're the mechanic here, the mechanical person or engineering type person. Do you think it's built fairly well?
Well, that's a good question, Bob.
I was hoping you'd give me an answer, Brad.
Well, I think it is. I was looking at it. I had you on observing that they use for resistance. They have these. Can you zoom in here? They got these.
Real heavy
bands. Rubber bands, so to speak, for resistance on each side, and it's a very simple design. There's only a few different points where it actually moves and has a joint where it's going to squeak or wear, and they all seem to be built well. They've got some nice friction nuts on here, interference nuts. They got those nylon washers so they don't come loose, which is a big plus. You can see under here, it looks like they got some nylon washers in there, so it's not metal on metal. Brass would be really good, but that's pretty industrial. That's going to be really expensive. So these are the next best thing, And overall, the welds all look nice, nice screws, and I'm saying it's built quite well for the price. It's great.
Let's talk about the price. The price, I paid $30 from Amazon, and it was also $20 for shipping, so it was a $50 bill. the thing is, I have Amazon Prime, which gives free shipping. That did not apply in this case. So it was $50 no matter who you're gonna get it from. The other thing is, I just checked, Amazon was out of these. I'm not sure why, if they're not carrying them anymore, or if they ran out. I did find another website that had them. It was another obscure website. If you just Google it, you should eventually find someone that does carry it.
Sure.
So,
And the other thing I wanted to mention is, you know, if you're thinking about getting this for someone in their 60s, if they're pretty fit and stable 60s, but, you know, I don't think that you're not going to buy this for most people in their 80s or above.
right. 70s, probably not. 60s is probably, depending on what shape they're in.
Yeah, and
Maybe even 50s could be a problem. This is, you know, takes fairly good balance. Which, by the way, if you are 40, 50 and over, you're going to want to subscribe to us, because we do provide you videos on how to stay healthy and fit. And what is it you always say, Brad?
Well,
Vibrant.
Vibrant, yes. Not only that, it's going to make you feel strong like Bo, Bob. That's
There we
my
go.
new big going.
All right. Thanks a lot.